Taylor, it's Quint again, just looking at a down the line view. This is on the second hole. The second hole is kind of an interesting hole for alignment. I see every single person, bar very few, aiming well to the right of where they actually want to go. I think the tee alignment just fools people, and it takes a real effort to actually get the alignment spot on here. When I was watching on the golf course, this sometimes occurred where your alignment was well to the right, but as a general comment, it's a hell of a lot better. So just looking at this line here, this is the one that's off your line of your feet, you can see that your alignment is probably right of the centre of the fairway, and your legs and your knees are parallel to that, which is good to see. But your shoulder arrangement actually, which is this one at the top here, that one is pointing a little left, so basically at the flag on the green. So if I looked along your forearm lines, which is through here, it's somewhere in between. So as a general comment, I would like to see you having everything pretty parallel, especially for your driver, and I would definitely like to see that your feet and your club face were kind of matched up a little bit better. So as a general comment, we were saying that if your feet were correct, they'd be aiming on something like this alignment here, and that's what we'll be looking for you to do. So it's something to work on and something to be aware of and watch for on the golf course, because sometimes those tee alignments will fool you. All right, carrying on our good work, we just put one line, which is the one that runs through your head and through your tailbone, which is indicating roughly where your spine is, and the other one that runs along the shaft of your golf club, and having a look and seeing what your swing looks like from behind. So swing's looking pretty good here. You've taken it away nicely, and you're getting to the top in a pretty good fashion. You do swing a little bit long here, but that's pretty normal for a kid your age. I wouldn't be trying to change that too much. I do think that when we make the takeaway here, right at the get-go, I would like to see that you don't hinge your wrists backwards so much. So what that means is that from this position, we'd really want the golf club and your arms to be more in that shape. So that means that you haven't bent your wrists very much in your backswing. So carrying on up to the top, your left arm here is very compressed against your chest, and we really would like to see that happening later in your swing. And the reason for that is that that's going to give you a lot more power potential. And a little bit further down the track, when we start having a look at your downswing plane, you'll see that actually your swing is needing to get flatter or lower down, and we need to get some better timing. But what we're looking for there is getting the chest to move more than what your arms do. At the moment, your arm is moving across and compressing against your chest, and we actually want that to happen at the top of your backswing. Here, when you start down, it compresses down in that, but you can see the whole lot starts as a block rather than actually feeling that left arm compress into your chest. Now a little bit later down the track, when we're coming through here, we can see that you're almost past impact. That's kind of like your impact position with your hips, and your shoulders are a long way behind. So we also would be liking that golf club to be much flatter, so starting to work down into this area. So that's going to help our swing plane, and that means your direction and your power are going to improve dramatically. You can see from here that really there's no hip movement. You've fired your hips already at the start of your downswing, and now it's really just arms. You can see your arms and wrists just working that through there. So you're doing a good job to actually get some really, really good golf shots. We just want your bigger muscles of your body, which is your hips and your legs and your trunk, to work a little bit more through the golf ball together. So that's a lesson that we'll probably need to spend teaching you how to do that. And it's really about a 3 to 6 month process to knock that out and get you really good at it. Right now, what we're trying to do is to lock in that beautiful setup that we've talked about, and then trying to synchronize the downswing so that the pelvis and the trunk rotation work together with your arms, rather than your arms kind of like just taking over and going way past what your body's doing. However, I'm really liking where you're at. If I look at where you were 2 months ago, I wouldn't recognise your golf swing, and that's a huge compliment to the work you're doing. Congratulations.